Is the US getting ready to deploy Iron Dome in Ukraine? The United States has continued to provide weapons and training to the Ukrainian military since the Biden administration took office, including $275 million worth of supplies and assistance since March. The 2022 defense bill now includes a clause that would pressure the Biden administration to transfer or sell new air and missile defense systems to Ukraine. Hey everyone, and welcome back to the channel. We'll discuss in today's video, are the United States preparing to deploy Iron Dome in Ukraine? And stay tuned till the end of the video for some other exciting questions, like can Ukraine use an Iron Dome? Will the Iron Dome benefit Ukraine? The House Armed Services Committee's Fiscal Defense Policy Bill includes a clause requiring the Pentagon to submit a report to Congress, describing potential alternatives for potentially selling or transferring existing systems to Ukraine, which will most likely not be deployed. If Kyiv increased the deployment or sale of air defense systems, there will be a rise in hostilities with Moscow. In eastern Ukraine, Moscow has been waging a proxy war since 2014, and given its proximity to the border, it would see such a move as provocative. Russian accusations that an American-installed ballistic missile defense system in Romania might be used for offensive purposes have been denied by the US and Nato. The Rafael system, created in collaboration with Raytheon and deployed in Israel in 2011, has established itself as one of the world's most potent short-range missile destroyers. According to the Israeli military, during the past few years, Iron Dome has intercepted around 90% of missiles fired against Israel. The United States does not have many extra air and missile defense batteries for transfer. However, the Army has been attempting to operate 2 Iron Dome systems. As a workaround for these services' stalled efforts to launch its brand new air and missile defense systems, Congress authorized it to buy in 2019. However, the Army has needed help incorporating the missile device. The inability of Iron Dome to function within the Army's new command and control structure restricts its utility if deployed abroad. The fiscal 2022 defense bill passed on September 2nd by the House Armed Services Committee, HASC, by a vote of 57-2, does not name a specific weapon system to give to the Ukrainians. However, one congressional staffer claimed that the language regarding the transfer of existing systems is essential, and that the Army's 2 Iron Dome batteries are good possibilities, because the Army has few pertinent capabilities that may neutralize Russia's threat to Ukraine. Although the Army has been historically at the forefront of land-based missile defense, recent conflicts with adversaries without advanced drone or missile capabilities have resulted in some underinvestment in short-range air defense weaponry. As a result, the Army's few Patriot and Terminal High-Altitude Air Defense batteries have become some of the Middle East's most frequently deployed troops in recent years. However, the Kyiv government has hinted that they have been searching for more in recent months. Andriy Taran, the Ukrainian military minister, said he would prefer to spend some of it on new air defense systems, mentioning Iron Dome as a potential option. Following May's announcement that Ukraine will start raising its annual defense spending, members of Congress heard those messages in Washington and took notice. The worker, who wished to remain unnamed because the bill is still being debated on the House floor, said that there is a desire to try to do more to assist them than what the Biden team is doing. Given some of the administration's recent policy decisions on Ukraine, there is a desire and bipartisan agreement that more has to be done on the integrated air defense front for the Ukrainians. However, the effectiveness of a limited Iron Dome system in Ukraine is under question. According to Michael Kaufman, director of the Russia Studies program at the CNA think tank, Russian multiple launch rocket systems would shoot out this system very quickly, making it strategically useless at close range or on the line of contact. The battery in eastern Ukraine can defend a crucial facility or command center if it can intercept longer-range rockets. Rep. Scott Franklin proposed the Ukraine Air Defense Amendment, which was approved bipartisan. Before any additional transfers of a missile defense system, the House plan already allocates $275 million for military assistance to Ukraine. However, since Iron Dome has already been purchased, any additional transfers would not significantly increase the amount. Several Ukrainian and Israeli press stories this spring stated Kyiv was interested in purchasing the Iron Dome from Israel, although such a deal may be challenging. Given the co-development deal with American Raytheon and the sensitive nature of Tel Aviv's relations with Moscow, the Israeli government would require Washington's consent to sell it to a third country. The two nations have a tense arrangement with Syria and have agreed not to supply arms to some third parties, like Ukraine and Iran. Even if the US Army cannot incorporate the Iron Dome into its command and control system, there are still drawbacks. After 2 decades of facing fewer sophisticated missile threats from insurgents in Iraq and Afghanistan, Tom Carrico noted that the Army is confronting severe limitations in the ability to defend against cruise missiles, mortars and counter-rocket artillery. Additionally, with Congress's approval, they implemented Iron Dome for this purpose because it really reflected that capability mismatch. The Iron Dome system cannot communicate with other systems the military is deploying. However, many other existing weapons and sensors also cannot speak to one another, according to an Army officer who talked on the record to discuss the delicate subject. However, the Army did not want to exacerbate that issue by acquiring more equipment to exacerbate the situation further. The $24 billion budget boost to the Biden military strategy bill proposed by HASC ranking member Mike Rogers contains the amendment referring to Ukraine's missile defense system. The $250 million Ukraine Security Assistance Initiative will also receive a $25 million boost in the package, putting it back to the $275 million level it had in 2021. In June, the Biden administration reportedly launched a new $100 million military aid package for Ukraine. However, the proposal was shelved after Russian troops reportedly withdrew from its border this spring after a series of drills. The package deviated from the non-lethal weapons that the Biden administration gave this year under 2 different packages, one disclosed in March and the second in June, and included short-range air defense systems, small arms, and anti-tank weapons. The destiny of the Ukraine spending increases will be decided as the bill proceeds to the full House and is then taken up by Senate conference committees later this year to craft a final bill. The Senate Armed Services Committee voted 25-1 to support a $25 billion increase to the defense budget in July, indicating that both chambers of Congress largely felt the president's $715 billion Pentagon spending proposal was inadequate. So that's it for today's video. Well, what are your thoughts on the Russia-Ukraine never-ending war? Will things ever get back to normal? Let us know in the comment section. Make sure to subscribe to the channel and press the bell icon. Thanks for watching.